Alex Hormozi just put out a video where business owners ask him how to scale their service companies. And one guy, a digital marketing agency owner selling to small local businesses at $2,000 a month, gets told something that most of you watching this channel already know, but you probably aren't doing yet. He also talks to a $20 million website as a service company about AI disruption and a chiropractor who's been stuck at $2.4 million for 5 years. Every single one of these has a local SEO angle that he doesn't fully get into. So I'm gonna fill in the gaps. Let's go ahead and get started.
I've scaled 6 brick and mortar gyms. I did 30 plus gym turnarounds across the country and built service companies to over $30 million a year. Today, our portfolio at acquisition.com is over $250 million annually. And so in this video, I'm answering your questions about how to scale your service business. And for all these questions, I try to make my answers as tactical as humanly possible so that you watching from home can immediately use them. Enjoy.
So that's his introduction. This is the chiropractor. We don't talk about too much SEO here. I thought it was pretty funny when I watched this the first time.
So you separate Meta ads from Google ads when you talk about ads?
Yep.
Okay,
Right.
got it.
We don't actually currently do Google ads, but that's where they said they came from.
Heard. Got it. Which I would probably see as word of mouth. Like I Googled you or I Googled somebody here. It's probably SEO, something like that. But
Okay.
Probably SEO or something like that. I think that's pretty funny. He's literally hand waving the fact that this guy is getting a significant amount of his revenue of his customers from SEO. I'm just kind of surprised that Hormozi doesn't dial in or ask any more questions about how many people that is. He said it's 20%. Right? So that's pretty significant. What's he doing for SEO? Does he have an agency? Is he doing it himself? Can he double down? I've seen other content where Hormozi talks about SEO. This is the most hand-wavy reaction to SEO I've seen from Hormozi. It's pretty surprising to me, if I'm honest. The or something is definitely doing a lot of heavy lifting there.
I sell basically complete digital marketing services to service-based businesses in Australia.
Hopefully you can understand this gentleman is Australian. He's an agency owner selling digital marketing to small local businesses in Australia.
I moved,
SMBs?
like cleaning companies, stuff like that. Cleaning, yard work.
Average
removals.
revenue for them?
Average revenue per company is anywhere between $500,000 to 2.5.
Tough.
They're the ones I sell. I pivoted. The company's gone from 0 to 500K in the last four months. I pivoted from fitness. It just happened, so it worked out well.
0 to 500K in 4 months is honestly really impressive. Very solid growth. That's a lot of new clients coming on board. He's talking about $2,500 per client. Let's do some quick math here. 500K divided by 12. So it's about 42 clients. So $500,000, that's about $42,000 a month. $42,000 a month, he's at $2,000 a month. So he has about 21 clients that he's landed in 4 months. So he's getting maybe 5, 6 a month, plus some churn. Pretty impressive for a new agency.
So they've all been wound down, getting other people to operate. I'd like to ideally get to 8 figures. In terms of what's stopping me, I spent the whole 28 hours here going through every framework I could to figure out what was wrong.
Yeah.
I just want to figure out...
Can I tell you what it is?
Good. I also want to figure out where would be...
Funny that he just sort of keeps going. Alex interrupts him and says, "Can I tell you what's wrong?" And he just says, "Good," and then keeps talking. Kind of strange. Anyway, keep going.
And making sure I'm not involved in delivery. Where would be the best use
You'll
of my
get
time?
to 3, 10 will suck.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen.
Yep.
So you're four months in, so it's brand new.
It's very new.
And you haven't seen all the shit that's about to happen. So what's going to happen is because you're servicing SMBs,
Yep.
their volatility will translate over to your volatility. Mm-hmm. And independent of how well you do, they will start churning. And you have probably mastered the sales function, which is why you're growing quickly.
Yep.
But you also will have, like, CAC will never be cheaper than it is today.
That is, of course, customer acquisition cost, how much it costs to acquire a new customer.
Will always go up, and churn is going to start eating into the business because SMBs suck. And so what's going to happen is that your margins will continue to compress and compress and compress, and you have to spend more and more. CAC will go up. You have to hire more people because of the churn, and that's what you're going to think you're going to have to do in order to fix the churn, but it's not. But whatever, let's go to it.
Yep.
And so you're going to keep going, and so revenue keep going up, but the margin gets smaller and smaller until eventually you're just like, I feel like I'm running a nonprofit, and I have to just keep selling stuff, and I don't even feel confident about it because I got all these people complaining, but it's really because they're the business owners who suck, and then you think maybe I should take over more responsibility for the business owners. I'm going to start maybe doing some sort of sales motion, some sort of nurture motion because they suck at sales. They don't know how to run their business, and that's why they can't market with me. But I'm going to do this because I want to take responsibility of this, and all of that is just wrong.
Yeah.
And so if you want to get to $3 million a year, you can just do what you're currently doing.
Yeah.
You'll just sell more, and LTV will probably be, what's your price point?
$450 a week.
Yeah. And what Alex is saying here, a lot of local businesses hit this, right? They're $2,000 a month, $450 a week. They get a lot of complaints like, oh, the leads are low quality. Oh, I'm not closing anyone, et cetera, et cetera. That's a very common thing we hear. Local businesses often struggle with dealing with leads that come from the internet. For the most part, a new local business, right, they're getting a lot of business from word of mouth, something like that. A call from a word of mouth is very, very different than a call from a paid ad lead or from an SEO lead. And a lot of businesses just don't have the infrastructure in place to be able to train their staff, or even if they have staff, to be able to have the conversations with a cold lead to actually convert them into a customer. A very common thing that's happened to us, that I've seen happen to other agencies in that $2,000 price point, is the churn starts happening because the local businesses aren't able to actually close any of the leads.
Yeah. So you're right in the sweet spot of churn. Like that is like if you like 1,500 to 3K a month for an SMB, average stick is going to be 4 to 6 months. And so you can back of napkin. How many are you selling a month right now?
I'm selling about 10 a month at the moment.
Cool.
So selling 10 a month, I mean, that implies he already has a pretty high churn, because if he's selling 10 a month for 4 months, that's 40 at $2,000 a month. That's more than the 500K he's at. So he already has lost close to half of his client base if he's been consistently selling 10 a month.
If you're selling 10 per month, right? And you said 2K was your price point, right?
Yeah,
so let's say that we have 5 turns on that on average, 10K,
yeah,
right? And it's 10 per month,
yeah,
right? So you're going to get to 100K-ish per month, and then you will stall. And so at that point, you'll either have to increase units sold or increase LTV, and then you'll keep thinking, man, if I could just get this to go up.
And yeah, we've seen this so many times. This is very common. We've worked with hundreds of local businesses, and the pattern is very similar to what Alex is talking about. They're excited for a few months, the rank map turns green, then maybe the business owner's kid gets sick, or they have a slow month, and your invoice is the first easiest cost for them to cut. This is why it's so common to see this 3 to 4 lifetime stick rate for this $2,000 to $3,000 a month. We talk about this all the time. That's a really tough price point to be in. It's not enough money that you can actually help the business owners close and help them train staff, or even use your own sales staff or your own AI agents to help them with this. But it's enough that they're going to notice and not just keep paying. As soon as something slows down or they get into a shoulder month, if they have a seasonal business, your invoice is going to be really tempting for them to cut. Okay, this is really important to keep in mind with how you price yourself as a digital agency owner.
Yeah,
and so the only way to really make SMB work is to go the opposite end, is to go super, super cheap.
yeah.
And then build something that costs you nothing to
So
deliver
it's
on.
nothing to deliver.
Yeah. So it's like $400 a month or less for an SMB if it's a nuisance style. So I'll give you some examples. If you were like, I can get you ranked on first 3 of maps in your local area, and I charge $400, $500 a month, they'll do it because they can see it,
Yep.
and they'll pay for that. Review management and SEO stuff, they will pay $300 to $400 a month, and they will stick on that. You'll get like 30 to 40 month stick rates on that, but you'll close way more sales velocity. So LTV is actually similar to this, but CAC stays super low as a result. But I know you just got out of fitness, which you probably got out because it was terrible and hard. You might need to just go and get to there, and then you'll feel good about things. Like you might need to walk this path rather than believe me, but that's what's going to happen. So
this is pretty much the exact business model that I often talk about, that I suggest people do. It's almost word for word, right? Rank in the maps, do review management, manage the Google business profile, do local SEO, $300 to $500 a month. This is a very doable price range with AI tools. This gives you a 30 to 40 month stick rate. We've seen that. We have many clients who've been with us for many, many years. And there are a lot of add-ons that can happen when they go above that price range. So say they want to get prepared for AI. Say they want to have help actually handling calls and closing. There are a variety of things that you can do to go above that price point, but this is a very common price point. I talk about this a lot in my school community. There's a link in the description if you want to join. There's over 3,000 people in there. And one of the early things I walk through is exactly how to do fulfillment for this $300 to $500 a month range product, where you're basically going to help them with the GBP management, the local ranking, the review management, not full on Core 30 content managed website, anything like that, but just getting the basics right, which will help local businesses rank higher. This is not theory. I've seen this happen dozens, probably hundreds of times, that clients will pay this. Your acquisition cost stays low because the price point is so low. You can build trust, right? And eventually, potentially sell them on higher end services once you establish the fact that you do in fact know what you're doing. And here's what he said that's the key, right? They do it because they can see it. And I mean, that's the whole game. We're going to share a rank map with our clients every single month, and that rank map gets greener and greener and greener when a plumber or some other SMB sees their business showing up #1 on Google Maps and his phone is ringing. He's not going to cancel $300 or $400 a month, right? It's not enough money to be like something that they're going to go after when it slows down. They're not going to risk it because it's working. They're seeing it happen. It's not a vanity metric that, you give them a monthly PDF report that shows the number of impressions or, some meaningless thing like that. This is a real metric that they're seeing. How many phone calls is your work generating? When this works, when you can turn their rank maps green, this is where you get very long-term clients. And because the entry price is relatively low, your acquisition cost can also be low. This is a slow roll, right? You're not going to get to $500K in 4 months at $400. Maybe you could, but you probably won't. It's a little bit more of a slow roll, but the lifetime value of a 30-month customer at $300 a month is the same as a $3,000 customer who's only with you for 4 months. Okay. And the $400, $300 customer is much less expensive in acquisition costs.
Well, to not have to walk the path in the first place.
Okay.
Get less amount.
So this is like this is me just being real. Like marketing, obviously a lot of marketers follow my stuff. And so I get a disproportionate amount of marketing agencies, and I've seen every model under the sun. SMBs suck as customers. And so you have to do this. One or the other. You have to go up market, you have to go down market. And you guys go really cheap and it's something that's super automated. Or you do truly do more of these high touch services, but you do it with a business that actually knows their metrics, actually has a sales process, already has a proven model, rather than all of them just like wanting to change their stuff all the time, not knowing what they're doing to begin with, because like they're expecting you to figure out something that they haven't figured out themselves. And so like your price either goes up and you serve a higher level avatar, or it goes down and you serve the one you are now, but you make sure that your delivery is almost nothing.
Yeah, and again, I agree with what Alex is saying here. Absolutely. I mean, this is the line. If you are watching this and you run any kind of digital marketing agency, like burn this into your brain. The $1,500 to $3,000 price range is where agencies go to die. You need to be less expensive than that and fulfill almost exclusively automated with AI, or you need to be a lot more expensive than that, high touch, personalized service, and only work with businesses that are actually businesses. Okay. I've had hundreds of small local clients. We landed 97 plumbers in 6 months once. And of those 97 clients that we landed, 97 plumbers, I would say that the vast majority of them were a business in the sense they were dude with a truck. They didn't know their metrics. They didn't know their numbers. They weren't good at answering the phone. They didn't know their close rate. They didn't know their pricing. They were a business, but they were running their business as if it was a hobby. Okay. And that type of client is not going to pay you $2,000 a month for years. They're just not. But if you talk to a plumber and they have multiple trucks, they have a receptionist, they run booking software, they have a calendar software where everything is organized, they know their numbers, they know their pricing, they know how to talk to cold customers. That is someone who will happily pay you $5,000, $10,000 a month when you can demonstrate that you can meaningfully bring revenue to their business. So either cheap and automated or expensive and personal and high touch.
Yeah. And then it becomes a CAC issue because you have to offset CAC. And so then it becomes big head, long tail, one-time setup into very small, recurring monthly, high gross margin.
Understood.
Those are the two models that work for what you want to do.
So drop low, go high. And in the middle is just a dead zone.
Where everyone dies.
Cool. Makes sense. Thank you.
I love the end. Makes sense. Thank you. Cool. Well, I don't know. We'll have to maybe, I don't know if he's actually going to go and act on that or not. But like I said, if you want to know exactly how we fulfill that low-cost offer, there's a link in the description of my school community. I walk through it with a real client, every step of the way, exactly what we do, exactly what we set up. It's all AI-based fulfillment. If you're a business owner and you want to see what somebody is going to do for $200, $300, $400 a month, you can check that out also. You can do a lot of this yourself and save that money. And yeah, I mean, that's that low-ticket, foot in the door type offer where you're going to have long-term clients. Okay, so this next one, let's watch him. He has a website as a service company, which I think is very interesting in the age of AI.
We're WAS, so website as a service based company. So we build websites, do digital marketing services, that kind of stuff. We cater to small, medium businesses, small businesses. Average revenue per customer is $450.
Right around where Alex said the other guys should be. I agree. That's a solid price point.
Month.
Okay.
It's a subscription-based company.
Yeah.
And we're at 20 million bucks in revenue. And
Notice, example, right price. Really small, you price it super low and it works. Go ahead.
And we want to get to 80 million bucks of revenue in about 3 years.
Okay.
So the question we're asking ourselves is, we're in an industry where AI is very disruptive. Every day that goes by, it's constantly degrading and decaying our product. And at the same time, we have kind of this one channel risk that we're living with. All of our sales, 100% of our growth has been done through outbound cold calling.
Love it.
Yeah.
Wow, impressive. Outbound cold calling, 100% of growth. I'm impressed. That's impressive. I've said before, outbound cold calling can work. I wouldn't be able to do it, but it can work. I've heard from other people who've done it. This gentleman, $20 million business built on outbound cold calling.
It's great. But again, cold calling is becoming harder and harder and the industry is decaying. So we're trying to figure out.
The industry is decaying.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that? Churn is going up?
Churn is slightly ticking up, but at the end of the day, AI is making it easier and easier for our customers to be able to build their own websites. Well, yeah, I know. With the type of customer we deal with, they're not usually super sophisticated. Yeah. So we do have time.
Found out about ChatGPT. So
yeah, exactly. So we have time, but
some of you guys still fax. So I think you got time.
Yeah, but this is the question, right? So do we double down on marketing and create like an inbound channel and really invest hard into that, or do we try to innovate on the product and figure out what else they need and like build a revenue engine? Right now, we're trying to do both, but it's obviously limiting.
So this is really, really good. I love that you asked this. So I went on this long rant the other day about this particular topic, which is solving problems that don't exist.
Okay.
So because like you have a narrative, you have a story around AI is decaying the business, but all I hear is that you have customers and your job just got way easier.
Explain.
So, you know what I mean? Like, if you were like, our churn is escalating by 10% per month, I'd be like, we have a problem. We need to change something. But if it's not really showing up in any meaningful way in terms of the business itself, I think there's plenty of people who will just be super laggards on this and are not going to be replit vibe coding. They never bought your shit to begin with.
Yeah.
Like the person who is super into AI right now wasn't hiring WAS anyways. They built their own website. Before AI made it quote easy, right? Like, because I mean, to be fair, website building software, not that complicated,
no.
Right?
Yeah. I mean, I love the way he's reframing it here, right? This is exactly how I've been talking about AI in the local SEO space also. AI isn't killing your business. I mean, maybe it will at some point, but even right now today with Opus 4.7, AI is not killing your business. It's helping you make your delivery cheaper. The small business owner who is never going to build their own website before isn't going to build it now because Claude Opus 4.7 with Claude Code in Windows PowerShell can build a website quickly and easily, right? That doesn't affect the person who was paying $450 a month for a website when Wix has been around since 2016, which is a very easy to use graphical interface. Anyone who's into tech is already had their own website. Honestly, that's what drove me to build the Core 30 AI agent specifically around this idea. It's this tool where the AI doesn't replace the service, right? It replaces the labor cost inside the service. Your client or your business still needs someone to manage their online presence, whether that's you or whether that's somebody running AI. They just don't need you to spend 10 hours a month doing it if Claude can do it quickly.
So you said there's two paths. So one is...
So let's hear. I'm interested to hear what Alex says a good path forward is for this gentleman in this case. My guess is it's going to be pretty much stick to the plan, make sure that they're using AI in their own workflow.
Change the product around. My opinion, that's probably wouldn't be where I'm focused unless I had some business metric that was way off that I'm not seeing. I would be doubling down on the acquisition side. What's your number of months average stick?
So it's 29 months.
Yeah.
29 months average stick, and he hasn't seen any meaningful increase in churn, yet he's freaking out about how easy AI makes website building. I mean, we've all been there, right? I'd like how Alex said this at the beginning. Classic case of trying to solve a problem that doesn't exist.
Again, it's usually it's 30 to 40. That's the highest I've seen was 38 for this type of business. So like you're right in the sweet spot there. You're a little higher priced. I think they were $299. It's like it all works out in the same same. So yeah, I think you just double down on inbound. So paid ads.
Paid ads, yeah.
Yeah, and I would just see if you get them to prepay for the quarter so you can offset CAC.
Mm-hmm. Okay. On that subject, if you don't mind, in terms of prepaying for the quarter, again, our customers are pretty price sensitive.
Yeah.
There's people that are cheaper than us, obviously, have you seen before. My fear is the amount of churn that will generate some,
So what Alex is talking about here is on the first month, you have costs in actually building the website. In the first month, you also have onboarding costs. You have the cost of paid ads, right? So if you're running paid ads to customers and your paid ads are good, you're maybe paying, $30 to $100 in ads per phone call. Maybe you have a 30%, 40% close rate. So $200-$300 acquisition cost is pretty reasonable for this type of service business. So if you're running a $200 or $300 acquisition cost, and then you have a bunch of onboarding and build out costs in the first month, you're going to be cash flow negative in month one. That can be quite problematic if you're trying to grow quickly, and even worse if your clients have a tendency to not stick around after that first month. So Alex is saying, hey, why not charge them for the first quarter up front? That's going to be $1,100, $1,200, $1,500. That will pay the ad cost to acquire a customer, plus it will make sure that you're profitable, cash flow profitable on day one.
We bill 90% of our customers on credit cards, and we hold on to 10% that pay us through like PAD and through checks and that kind of shit. It's awful, but we're going to experience churn if we're like, hey, you need to prepay us up front. You'd still
we wouldn't churn, just close fewer, right?
Close fewer, absolutely, and I think customers that are with us would leave us.
Why would the people who are with you leave you for
Cash
how
flow.
you treat new customers?
Sorry? People that are with us would leave us.
I don't think you change your billing process for existing customers.
Gotcha.
I'm saying if you're doubling down on inbound, what will go up is CAC because you'll have media spend in addition to the sales commission. And so to offset that from a cash flow, or how cash flow positive are you right now?
So we did 3.6 in EBITDA last year. Generated
Interesting.
3.6 in EBITDA on, I think you said it was $20 million. That's a pretty low margin for a website as a service business. Yeah.
That's lowish.
It's lowish.
Yeah, I'm curious.
We're heavy on people. We're heavy on people.
Dude, AI.
I know.
Yeah. Okay. So he's not using AI. He's heavy on people. That's okay.
Big thing.
I know.
It's like you're worried about them doing it. You're not even doing it.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
So like, okay, so this is what I would actually do. I would probably spend the next 6 months reorganizing the workflow, probably reduce headcount by 50%, using AI workflows in order to actually do the same thing, increase the margin from 3.6 to like 7 or more. With the added cash flow, you wouldn't have to change the price on the front end. You'd be willing to go negative for a quarter in the acquisition, knowing you're going to get 29 on the back. That's how I'd actually fix it.
Yeah, I think that's funny, right? Like website as a service, he's coming in and he's panicked that AI is going to take away his business, even though he hasn't noticed his customers doing anything differently. And then at the tail end, we find out that he's not using AI himself. He has a huge staff. So his profit margin is like 12%, which is super low for a website as a service, especially in the age of AI. And honestly, what Alex said is exactly the play. And this is exactly what most agency owners aren't doing yet. I was talking to someone, another agency owner, like last week, and he was talking about how high his content production costs are. Okay. I mean, the last time I worried about content production costs was before we started using ChatGPT 3.5 regularly, which was over 3 years ago. Okay. So if you're worried about clients using AI to replace you, but you're not using AI to reduce your costs, it just doesn't make any sense, right? Your clients are much less likely to use AI than you are. Presumably, you're an expert in the field and you know what you're doing and you're familiar with the technology and you're not using AI, but you're afraid that your customers will. AI is not there yet. Not yet, okay? I don't know how long before it is, but it's not there today, right? Right now, as I'm talking, a local business could not use AI to rank their business on local maps and get recommended by AI systems without human intervention, without human expertise helping to guide the AI, making sure what the AI is saying makes sense, and then doing those things, right? So in my agency, we of course use AI-generated content pipelines that produce the volume of pages and posts that used to require a full writing team. My content production costs are a fraction of what they were back in 2021 before GPT 3.5. The quality is there. Claude, Opus, Sonnet, it can write high quality content that scores very low on any AI detection system you want to throw at it. You just need the right framework and the right prompts to have Claude write content that works, that ranks, and reads like it was written by a human. And honestly, that's exactly what I built the Core 30 AI agent to do. It uses an 8-pass system to write content at as high a quality as possible. So if you're an agency, if you're a business owner, you're worried about local SEO, the move right now is to use AI to produce 2 or 3 times the amount of capacity per team member to get your business or your clients' businesses ranked at a lower cost, at fewer input resources. All right, so overall, 3 things to take away from this video with Alex. Number 1, if you're selling digital marketing to SMBs between $1,500 and $3,000 a month, this is the dead zone. Either go cheaper and use automated delivery or go up market with sophisticated clients. Number 2, local SEO with map rankings and review management, GBP management, $300 to $500 a month is the stickiest model in the game. Hormozi just confirmed what I've been saying for the past couple of years. And number 3, for right now, for today, stop worrying about AI replacing your clients. Stop worrying about your clients using AI to replace you. Start using AI to cut your delivery costs in half or even lower. That's where the money is right now.